All right, so I'm gonna leave this with you. It has the pacing. So chronological from August to December, then I take over from January to April, which I do a few chapters out of order. These two are always last for us since there's less emphasis on the SBAC. So once you open these, you could see the things I skip are crossed off. Check my progress is always homework. Chapter review is always homework. Always cross off the green. Problem solving, never do the reflect. So you could see the pacing like that, what things I skip. Now, you're always gonna be crunched for time to get all of these lessons in. So if there's an easy lesson, especially in the beginning of the chapters, where you could combine 2 lessons in one day and then double up homework, then do that, because you're gonna need some wiggle room for the multiplication chapters. Those are tough, especially multiplying with 2-digit numbers. You're gonna spend a lot of time reviewing this. So if you double up some lessons in the beginning to save some time for that, that'd be great. And then of course, division is gonna be real rough. And then the Angelastic is thrown at you, or we had to really crunch. Sometimes we'd have to do 2 lessons at the end of December every day of math. So we had a big chunk of math where it would be like nearly 2 hours a day of math just to get that Angelastic assessment in, where the kids knew everything they needed to know in that content for number and operations in base 10. So this notebook has a few math lessons where I'll use these either to replace the lesson on the book, or
Norma, to the office, please. I have a phone call for you. Norma.
Or as a intro. These are so good. Long division and multi-digit multiplication. Rounding comes up early in the year. Prime and composite. And then learning those skip counting songs.
Carlos, please come to the office. You have a call. Carlos.
These I wouldn't skip. These I would do to replace the ones in the program, or to do it as an intro. I would find a way to do both. They're great. So those are in the back here. Now, skip counting songs, I teach the kids these songs, and I'm going to send a video of these songs where a kid sings it, but I'm just gonna briefly sing them to you. This goes to the Yankee Doodle tune. So it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. This is plenty. And we would sing these songs daily so that the kids could learn their multiplication by skip counting. So times 3 to the Jingle Bell tunes goes like this. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. This is fun. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. Now we're done. And the sound off military chant, I would split the class in half, or the teacher would do one and then the kids would echo it. So it goes like this. 4, 8, 12, 16, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 20, 24, 28, 32 and 36, 32 and 36, 40, this is great lyrics, 40, this is great lyrics. Again, practice these every day with the kids. One of the first things I do in the beginning of 4th grade is have the kids learn these songs. And we sing them, we sing them, we sing them till they learn their multiplication tables. Times 6 is Mary Had a Little Lamp. Oh, the lights in the room. Okay, so the tune of Mary Had a Little Lamp. So 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, and 66. And they clap. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, and 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, and 66, clap, clap. And then times 7 is the tune of On Top of Spaghetti. And always play it on YouTube so they could familiarize themselves with that nursery rhyme, because not everybody actually knows On Top of Spaghetti the tune, so they kind of need to pick up the tune before they even start singing times 7. So it goes like this. Skip counting by sevens is easy for me. I do it with my eyes closed with all my buddies. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63. 70, 77, and 84. Skip counting by sevens is a thing we adore. And I let them like sway to this. Sometimes I seen kids like put their hands on their shoulders and sway together to sing On Top of Spaghetti. Times 8 goes by the tune of This Old Man. I always have the kids slow down because they try to race through this. Like the original tune is pretty fast, but just learn the multiplication tables and have them slow down. So 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40, 48, 56, 64, and 72. Then 80 came rolling through. It's pretty short, so I have them always sing it twice. 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40, 48, 56, 64, and 72. Then 80 came rolling through. Times 9 has a lot of clapping, because if you're happy and you know it's the beat. So it goes like this. 9, 18, 27, 36, clap, clap. 45, 54, and 63, clap, clap. Then 71, 72, 81, and 90, 99. If you're happy and you know it, count by nines, clap, clap. I messed up there. It does go fast, and I always have them slow down, and I'm like pregnant, so I'm running out of breath here. So I'm gonna sing it again. Here it goes. 9, 18, 27, 36, clap, clap. 45, 54, and 63, clap, clap. Then 72, 81, then 90, 99. If you're happy and you know it, count by nines. And then they clap, clap. I'm not clapping because I'm holding my phone. So those are the songs. They're at the end of the language skills math PowerPoint notes. I believe I made it red this coming year too. Might be a different color, but this last year was red. And don't skip these. They're not in order of appearance in the My Math program. They're in order of alphabetical order. Okay, in every chapter, there's this problem-solving investigation, and the color is always in green. Always skip these. And the word problems are quite awkward. Some of them are not even related to the content in the chapter. Skip those. Homework is always done. Nothing skipped there. In the lesson, this is the way I teach it. We do all of it as guided practice. We read the vocabulary, we do the example together, we do the guided practice, but the independent practice is still guided. We still do all of it together, all the way through. And I stop right before hot problems. We never do hot problems. Cross this off. What they end up doing independently is always the homework page. But by then, they've done so many problems with you that they got a great handle on the homework. And that always goes smoothly. Nothing gets skipped on the homework. So again, we do the lesson together. The entire thing is guided. This continues to be guided. Continues to be guided, and then we never do hot problems. All right, something else that gets skipped is the back of the review. So the review, you've reached the end of the lesson. The review, they do this as a homework assignment. It's always the homework assignment right before the test. So correct together. And this never gets assigned, the reflect page. Okay, so again. Okay, so one other thing I want to mention about the My Math book is I give kids a study club time. And study club is right after lunch. I pick them up, and we always stop at the same time. So it's always an incentive for them to line up quickly, because taking too much time, they eat up their study club time. And during study club, they'll catch up on any work they have outstanding. Now, if they have no work outstanding, then they could work on their homework, which is what a lot of them want to get done. And if they're done with their homework, they're done with catching up on everything, then it's free reading time. The trustworthy kids are allowed to go to the library as long as they come back before study club time is over. Then they need to come back. These are the trustworthy kids. They could be sent to the library. Okay, so a lot of the younger grade teachers have the kids tear out the My Math homework, so they don't have to take the whole book home. They'll just take that. But upper grade teachers, we do not do that for several reasons. Here are mine. Number one is kids will tear their homework. They won't be careful and they're perforated, and then you got torn homework. Second reason is I want the kids' parents to be able to look at the lesson they did in class. They should have all correct answers since all of it was guided, in order for them to actually help them with the homework. Then pulling out too many pages from the homework ends up thinning out the book, and it just kind of like it's a mess after a while, and I don't really want to collect homework. So tearing it out means you have to collect, and so I don't like to collect. I just that day they come in the morning, I check that everybody has it, so that I don't have to collect at all. And then I also ask how many I award points based on who got 100%. So that's another. The lesson completely guided. Stop right before hot problems. And then at the end of the chapter, check my progress gets assigned as homework. Sometimes it might be double homework. Not this in those days. So do the homework that goes with the lesson of the day, plus the check my progress if it falls right after. I call that double homework days. That happens. All right, so going through the end again of the chapter, this gets assigned as a last homework right before the test. They do the review and they do not do the reflect. All right, so let's talk about the math tests. So this is the My Math Assessment Master book, and chapter test form 1A and 1B are the easiest test versions. Then medium is form 2A and 2B, followed by the hardest is form 3A and 3B. During the non-pandemic year, a fourth grade team decided to be using form 3A to test fourth graders. Then I would use form 3B kind of like as a practice test, because the test is actually harder than the program, than my math program. So I would always kind of do like a pre-test. During the hybrid time, we weren't using form 3A, because 3A, it's a lot of written response. There's no multiple choice. So I did my own digital math tests that you're welcome to use if you're good at Google Classroom and assigning assignments that way. So if you go to my files under math, it's called digital math tests. You could click on this link here and it will take you to this. You need permission. If you see that's because you need to sign in sign in already through your Google account, so that it'll open up for you. So I just kind of tested it out with my other account. So this is chapter test 1A. You'll have to open it, kind of make a copy, assign it yourself. And this was wonderful in distance learning, and also it's just much easier for me to correct versus form 3A. So I have all the tests. This is our last year with the My Math program, so this is kind of like the the last time I'll get to use this kind of digital math tests. And they're all created, I created them. So they're kind of a combination of form test 2 and test form 3. In addition, before I give the kids, so it's right here, the digital math test link, before I give kids a test in class, we do whiteboard review. So we won't do a math lesson that day. It'll be a review day. And they'll be doing the the chapter review as homework. So they'll get their whiteboards, we'll do problems together. And I found this was more useful than having to do practice tests, 3B, just to use whiteboard practice instead. So they got a problem and they you kind of click on it to show the answers. And this was much more interactive than doing practice test form 3B, but it's there. Just wanted to point that out if you needed it. So those two options, you have the test form 3As, or you could do my digital math test, do the reviews on the whiteboard for sure. They're just really needed. They need a review day. Talk to the 4th grade team, see if they're still kind of, they still want to use chapter test 3A. If not, you know, you could, if they decide on something different, they could probably test form 2B. It's a lot easier. It's just multiple choicey, and half of it is multiple choice, half of it's kind of like a written response, while form 3A is all written response. I'm very particular that they must have the units for every problem. So that's the math test.